Arariboia had assumed all Europeans were the same, but the arrival of the French made him realize his error. They had come to... Nicolas Duron was the very caricature of the adventurous European. He spoke in melodies, and his gleaming rapier danced through the air with each dramatic gesture. Arariboia had known many such men, all bark, no bite. Don't let his theatrics fool you, the Tsar warned him. Duron is a dangerous man. He has fought the Ottomans across Europe and Africa, and now he has come to establish a colony he calls France Antarctique. The names of these distant peoples and places meant little to Arariboia, but the Tsar's concerned look spoke volumes. Duron and the French were an immediate threat. That makes my plan even more urgent, Arariboia said. He presented his proposal with such speed and conviction that I found myself scrambling to keep up with the translation. The Maracajá and the Portuguese each faced an enemy intent on their destruction. Divided, they would both lose, but together, they could weather the storm. A long-term alliance, a partnership, if you will, between the Portuguese and the Maracajá. That is my proposal. The Governor-General eyed him with an expression that was impossible to read. Perhaps, in that moment, he saw Arariboia's true character. This was not a man content to be a mere tool. He was a true leader, a general, a visionary, an equal. Then a partnership it will be, came his reply. Your tribe will help rid these Frenchmen from my doorstep, and in return, I will lend you my full support against Cunhambebe. From this day forth, the Portuguese and the Maracajá's fates are intertwined. The alliance was sealed with a handshake. Yet, the waves of fate rarely allow for smooth sailing.
You call this untamed jungle a colony de ça? Bonté divine! Since you're clearly not using it, I will relieve you of your burden. From this day on, this land shall be known as France Antarctique!
Durand is as pompous as a peacock, but he's no fool. We must drive him off the beach before he can dig in, or we may never be rid of him.
Mba Emonyangara. Ishe Aikokatu. Empe. Mba Emonyangara.
Wari nenamo. Chiasso. Wari nenamo.
Baepe.
Ishe Aikokatu.
Ishe Aikokatu. Mba Emonyangara. Ishe Aikokatu.
Yero que sawa.
Empe. Mba Emonyangara. Mba Emonyangara.
Verá que tem
Eikover. Ishe Aikokatu.
Ishe Aikokatu. Ba Asako Ikotani. Auye. Verá que tem Sara.
já só.
Quiero que sawa.
Auie. Mba emonyangara. Auie. Urakutusara. Sara.
Emba epe botar. Teremi motararupi. Aui eve. A sopa é cortana.
Aiko aipoba eresene. Bae.
Embe. Sepenhara.
Ishe ai kokatu. Emba emoyangara. Quiero que sawa. Passa cara.
Emba epe botar. A sopa é cortana. Aui eve. A sopa é cortana.
Urakutusara. Ishe aikokatusara. Urakutusara. Emonyangara.
A sopa é cortana. Já só. A sopa é cortana.
Eikové.
Emba epe botar. Guarinena mo. A sopa é cortana.
Emba emoyangara.
A sopa é cortana. A sopa é cortana. Aui eve. Aui eve. A sopa é cortana. A sopa é cortana.
Ba epe.
Ishe aikokato. Mba emonyangara.
Teremi motararupi. Aui eve.
Quiero que sawa. Asoko ikotone. Emba emoyangara.
Teremi motararupi. A sopa é cortana. A sopa é cortana. Guarinena mo. A sopa é cortana. Aui eve.
Auie bete. Mba emonyangara.
A sopa é cortana. A sopa é cortana. A sopa é cortana. Já só.
Empe. Sara. Aiko aipoba eresene. Mba emonyangara.
Terena sepenhara. A sopa é cortana.
What are we to do? Those hulking French sea monsters damage our fishing ships, and now we cannot feed our families. Mba emonyangara. Auie urakutusara.
Ishe ai emoyangara. Kasara. Emba emoyangara.
Mba emonyangara. Eikové.
Libera que auie. Emba emoyangara. Emba emoyangara. Emba emoyangara.
Do you think I would just land without a plan, Dessa? While you were busy courting the Maracajá losers, I found myself a new friend in their conqueror. Look behind you!
When you stooped to allying with the European, you gave me no choice but to do the same. Now let us see who picked the strongest bearded fool.
Nossa Senhora! We do not have the manpower to withstand this attack. Fall back and regroup!
Wari nena embai be tak. Tere ni motare chasso.
Apologies for abandoning you in such a rush, but I had no choice. Now, I'm on my way with a greater army. If you can recapture my fort, we can use it as a base for driving Durand into the sea.
We are fighting on two fronts, men. To succeed, we need to slow our enemies down. Torch the French docks and all the supplies they hold.
Tekka Sara. Asoko ikotuna. Tekka Sara. Tekka Sara. Imba emo yangara. Ishe ai Quiero que sawa. Tekka Sara. Quiero que sawa. Imba emo yangara. Tekka Sara.
Mba emo yangara.
Tekka Sara. Tekka Sara.
Baepe. Ecovè. Awie. Mba Emonyangara.
Quiero que salva.
Baepe. Ishe
Libera que tem
Ekokatu.
sa. Emba Emonyangara.
a victory? I was merely testing you, Dessart. And now I know what your weaknesses are. We will meet again. Soon.
You think one surprise attack is enough to take me out, Durand? Think again. Into the fray, men!
Bete. Mba emoyanga.
Asok ikotena. Imba emoyanga.
Fine! Take the fort! A real warrior has no need for walls. Go and make your master happy, you weakling.
France lost its greatest court jester when you left, Durand! This is a great victory for us both, Arariboia. The clouds are scattering, and the future looks bright again. Ha!
France Antarctique, Mainsa laughed as he toasted Arariboia at their shared celebration. Only a flamboyant Frenchman would come up with such a name. Arariboia chuckled, even though he didn't fully understand Dessart's boasting. They had won a small but significant battle, and their alliance had passed its first major test. That was reason enough to celebrate. Ultimate victory was far from certain, though. The pact between Duran and Kunambebe had caught them off guard, and their combined strength remained a frightening prospect. Still, Arariboia and Mainsa had something their enemies lacked: trust. Duran would abandon his native allies in a heartbeat if it served his purposes. Meanwhile, Kunambebe despised all Europeans, even if he had stooped to using one to fight another. It was a weakness Arariboia intended to exploit. As we Portuguese like to say, one swallow does not make a summer. A toast to our continued success. The swashbuckling Duran was a loose cannon, and worse, he was armed with enough gunpowder to blow the Portuguese galleons to smithereens. Dessart and Arariboia would have to deal with him before they could take on Kunambebe. The Frenchman had not been idle, however. After his defeat on the coast, he had relocated to a small, defensible island. There, he began constructing a formidable stone fortress he called Fort Coligny. Once his cannons were installed, the fort would be nearly impregnable. Arariboia grew restless. The longer we wait, the more prepared our enemies will be. We should strike as soon as possible. If we surprise them, we can dictate the pace of the battle. They readied their men for an attack that very night.
The gunpowder I planted will go off at any moment. Keep quiet and stay vigilant. Once the thunder sounds, we attack.
The way to the fort is open! Charge and give them hell!
We have those fools trapped like rats in a cage! Blow them back to hell!
Durand is blowing us to pieces. Abandon the siege! We must regroup or we will never be able to take this fort!
Aiko aipoba ere au yavete aiko katu. Empe. Eiko ve urak tsare. Au yavete aiko aipoba ere sene. Au ye. Mba emonyangara. Mba epe.
My men are shaken after the French counterattack. Keep the enemy off our back while we regroup. Then we will strike at Fort Colony together.
Aiko aipoba ere sene. Mba emonyangara. Eiko ve pusukara.
We were forced to abandon most of our gunpowder and weapons in the escape. We must recapture them before they fall into the wrong hands.
There are kegs of gunpowder spread around the fort. If we destroy them, we can unleash the Frenchmen's own thunder upon them. We have secured the gunpowder cart. Now our allies will be able to train hand cannoneers for the fight.
Mba emonyangara. Mba emonyangara. Mba emonyangara. Eiko ve kasara. Mba epe. Urak tsara. Ishe aiko katu.
Au ye. Iberake tensan. Iberake tensan. Ishe aiko katu. Quiero que sawa.
Mba epe. Mba emonyangara.
Ishe ai kokatu. Imba emoyanga. Imba epe. Asokwe kotona. Imba emoyanga.
Imba ebe asokwe kutana. Imba ebe asokwe kutana. Ninamo. Asokwe kutana. Chassa. Tere mi motara rupi. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana.
Ei kove, auiavete, urak te sara. Mba emonyangara. Mba emonyangara.
Imba ebe kutana.
Ishe ai kokatu.
Tere mi motara rupi.
Those French boats are carrying naval supplies. If you can seize their cargo, we can use it to repair my ship.
Imba ebe asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana.
Mba quiero que sawa. Imba emoyangara.
Asokwe kutana.
Imba emoyangara.
Tere mi motara rupi. Imba ebe kutana. Imba ebe tere mi motara asokwe kutana. Imba ebe tere mi motara rupi. Imba ebe asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Tere mi motara rupi. Tere mi motara rupi. Sepeñana. Imba ebe kutana.
Quiero que sawa.
Imba ebe motara rupi. Ninamo. Sepeñana. Tere mi motara rupi. Imba ebe motara. Ninamo. Tere mi motara rupi. Asokwe kutana. Tere mi motara rupi. Asokwe kutana. Imba ebe motara. Imba ebe motara. Tere mi motara rupi. Imba ebe ninamo. Sepeñana. Asokwe kutana. Tere mi motara rupi. Asokwe kutana. Sepeñana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe ninamo. Asokwe kutana. Sepeñana. Tere mi motara rupi. Imba ebe ninamo. Imba ebe motara. Tere mi motara rupi. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana. Asokwe kutana.
Ishe ay kokatu. Awiye. Imba emoyanga. Libera que te
Baete. Ecovempe.
libera que te sa.
Cocaiko, Aipoba Eresamba, Emonyangara.
Yero que sawa.
Awiye. Awiye bete. Mba Emonyangara.
The French were too occupied with their precious force to see that we were losing the battle. Fall back, men! We will not waste our lives for this Frenchman's folly.
Baepe. Mba Emonyangara. Mba Emonyangara. Kokatu.
forts fall apart as soon as you look at them. Did you build them with rotten driftwood, Duran? Or are you just that shoddy of an engineer?
Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors. Heavily died to protect me. But today is not the day I leave this world. Patch me up and get me back in the fight. Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors. Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors.
Ecover. Aiko aipoba eresen. Ba emoyangara. Empe. Urak tusare. Ecover.
Auia Sara.
Ishe aiko kakapua beguara. Mba emoyangara. Mba emoyangara.
Yero que sawa. Ishe ai kokatu.
Mba emoyangara.
Fort Quality! Duran's pride and joy lies in ashes. This is a great victory. I could not have done it without you, Arariboia.
You can keep these burned-out husks if you like, the Tsar. Give them to your native friend. I hear he's still looking for a roof over his head.
Empe, tere mi motararupi.
It was hard to see today's accomplishments as a victory. Fort Colony lay in ruins, and Kunambebe's warriors had been driven back, but at a terrible cost. All the Portuguese cannon ships had been sunk. His allies' greatest advantage, their firepower, was now lost. The Tsar had called it a Pyrrhic victory, but Arariboia was too occupied by his gloomy thoughts to ask what that meant. Had he been a fool to ally with the Portuguese? He could have led his tribe into the jungle after they lost their home. Instead, they were fighting and dying for the foreigners in a war that wasn't even theirs. Kunambebe's accusation of traitor echoed in his mind, and for the first time, he began to believe it. Reinforcements are on their way from Portugal, the Tsar told him as they considered their options. I do not know when they will arrive. All we can do is wait. When you are caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, there is no escape. When it rains, it pours. And it was certainly pouring for Arariboia and Tsar. The relentless Duran had already regrouped at a new fort. Nearby, Kunambebe's army was gathering in greater numbers than ever before. Their target was the crown jewel of the Portuguese colonies, the burgeoning town of Rio de Janeiro. Capturing Rio would spell disaster for both Portuguese and Maracajá. It was all coming to a head. If Mãe Sá was forced to surrender, Arariboia's tribe would not survive. Despite Arariboia's gloom, it was nothing compared to the Tsar, who suddenly appeared much paler and older. We have no cannons, few weapons, and fewer men. Our only advantage is the one we create, so let us make one. On days like these, I wish I had your resilience, the Tsar replied. I will follow your lead, Chief Arariboia. Bring us our final victory.
Duran has nearly captured Rio de Janeiro. While Dessas strikes back at the French, we must ambush Kunambebe and take over his base near the city. Take heart, my warriors. Today we will save the Maracajá. Enemy runs away like a scared jungle cat. Let us use this moment to replenish our arrows. Kunambebe will be back as soon as he has licked his wounds, and we need to be prepared.
Fall back! You may have thrown me off balance, the Tsar, but just you wait. Soon, I will unleash the full force of my army.
Rio is ours once more. Our position in this base is secure so long as the city stands. Reinforcements are on their way from Portugal. We must hold on until they arrive. Then we shall finally defeat our enemies.
Quiero que sawa. Emba emo yangara. Tekka Sara. Yero ke sa mundoara. Emba emo yangara. Ishea emo Tekka Sara.
Tere mi motar. Tere mi motar. Embai tere motar. Embe.
Eikove. Auia vete.
Mba emo yangara. Da epe.
Tere mi motar. Tere mi motar.
Emba emo yangara. Libera que tem Sara.
When my cannon ships are done with Rio, your pitiful village will be nothing but a smoldering ruin.
I have no ships to patrol the shore with until reinforcements arrive. Send your canoes and protect Rio de Janeiro.
Mba emo yangara.
Emba emo yangara.
Every last Maracajá will fall to my new fire sticks. When I am done with them, I will carve your traitorous heart from your body.
Aipoba eresene. Eikove.
Tere mi motar.
The wonder in Rio is under attack. We must not let it fall.
Empe. Mba emo yangara.
Sara.
Yero ke sawa.
Aipoba eresene. Eikove.
Ishea
Auia vete.
Mba emo yangara.
Yero ke sawa. Emo yangara.
Ishe
Libera que tem
ekokatu.
emba emo yangara.
Deve
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, man.
Auia vete, aiko baeresen.
Yerokesawa.
Aiko baeresen.
Mba emonyangara. Mba emonyangara.
Ba mungaturong sa.
Uraku kusara. Mungaturong sara.
Ba mungaturong sa. Ba moyangara. Ba mungaturong sa. Ba mungaturong sa. Auye.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, man.
Quiero que salga. Mungaturong sa.
I would happily die to protect my people. But today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
Ba mungaturong sa.
Uraku kusara. Aiko baeresen.
Mba emonyangara.
Aso ko'y kotun. Imba mo yang gaya.
Ishe ai coca e cove.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, men.
The French Navy received supplies of gunpowder through the mouth of the bay. Build and maintain a fort on this island. The stockpiles will soon run dry.
Uraktasara.
Frenchmen! Why have my cannons stopped working? You must send me more of your thunder powder.
I will do no such thing, pompous wastrel. You are killing more of your men than the Portuguese with those cannons.
Sails on the horizon! The reinforcements are here! Now, let us go on the offensive and repay our enemies in kind.
The protector of the tupi is humiliated, while the traitor is rewarded for his treason. I should have killed you when I had the chance, Arariboia. Then I could have let the Europeans fight it out before crushing them both.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, men. The reinforcements brought plenty of guns and ammunition from Europe. Take these muskets and give them to your best marksman, Arariboia. I'm sure you can put them to good use.
A software good Empe.
Ishe ai kokatu.
Quiero que
Mba
sawa.
emonhangara.
Ba epe.
Ei kove. Au ia vete.
Mba emonhangara.
A software good
I cannot part with my cannons while the French Navy threatens our sea. If you help me sink their fleet, I will give you some of my guns.
Mba
Ishe
epe.
ai kokatu.
Ishe ai kokatu. Emba emoyangara. Onye kasara.
Empe. Auie. Mba emonhangara.
Software good
Ishe ai
Mba
kokatu.
epe.
Ei kove. Ai ko ai poba
Mba
ere sen.
emonhangara.
Ai kokatu.
Teka sara.
A software good
Mba epe.
A software good A software good
Empe.
Au ia vete.
Mba emonhangara. Auie. Mba emonhangara. Mba emonhangara. Mba emonhangara. Mba emonhangara.
Software good
Ei kove.
Quiero que sawa.
Empe.
Auia vete sara. Ishe aiko aipoba
Emonyangara.
Teremimo tarve. Teremimo tarve.
Eiko ve.
Auia.
Aiko aipoba auia vete.
Mba emonyangara. Auia. Mba emonyangara.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, man.
There is no glory to be found in a farce like this! To hell with you all! And to hell with this barbarian continent!
My warriors, rejoice! With our enemies vanquished, we can at last return to our homeland. This is a glorious day for the Maracajá.
The alliance between Arariboia and Mãe de Sá, which once seemed so fragile, had proven to be as resilient as Brazil would. Not one to linger on his failures, Nicolas Duran picked up the pieces of his broken expedition. As he set sail for new horizons, he denounced his former ally. If only I had allied with a man like Arariboia and not this Kunambebe, this anchor around my neck, then everything would have been different. Kunambebe, for his part, fled into the jungle as soon as the tide turned. Arariboia did not pursue him. The humiliation of his nemesis and the return of his people to their home was vengeance enough. Then, by knighting him for his services, the Maracajá received written guarantees that their homeland would forever be theirs. In gratitude, Arariboia adopted the faith of his allies. When he laid down his bow for the final time, Arariboia felt a profound sense of relief. He had saved his people from destruction. After so many years in exile, they could finally rest and rebuild, knowing that their children would grow up in peace on the island they called home.